So starting out with number 9. This is worksheet 64. Bless you. All right, I got 7 to the third on the top, and I got a 7 with no exponent on the bottom. What can I do here? What do I need to put on that little 7 on the bottom? Oscar?
1.
A 1. That's right. I got an invisible 1 for my exponent. That's important, right? Because when I'm subtracting, I need 2 numbers. I'm going to do the top one minus the bottom one. And what is 3 minus 1? 2. Is 7 squared pretty easy for us to solve?
Yeah.
Yeah, what is 7 squared? 49.
49.
All right, give me a thumbs up. You got 49 here, right? Now, we talked about a different way to do this, right? When in doubt, what should we do?
Space it out.
Space it out, yeah, or expand it out. Same thing, basically. If I wanted to write 7 to the third power expanded out, what would that look like? 7 times 7 times 7. If I were to write 7 to the first power expanded out, what would that look like?
7.
Just 7. Is there any pairs I can cancel on the top and the bottom? Yeah, a pair of 7s. So what do I have left on the top? I have 7 times 7, which is 49. What do I have on the bottom? Looks like nothing, right? But it's got an invisible what down there? A 1. So I got 7 times 7 on the top. I've got 1 on bottom. What's 49 over 1? Just 49. Did we get the same thing?
Yeah.
Yes, we did. So like I said, okay, yeah, it is. So like I said, sometimes depending on the problem, the quotient rule will be easier. If you're more of a visual learner, you might want to expand it out, especially when we get into what we're talking about on Thursday. We're definitely going to need to be expanding it out, so it's good to at least get a little bit of practice with how that works. Now, if I look down to 13, right, again, we're going to do this 2 ways. The first way is just my quotient rule way. There we go. I'm going to subtract that 0 minus the 4. Well, what is 0 minus 4? It's going to be negative 4. Oh, snap. My bad. I didn't even see that. Is 2 to the negative 4 my final answer? No. What should I do with that? Turn it into a positive. I'll put it over 1. I'll flip it around. And I'll make that 4 into a positive 4. Right? Give me a thumbs up if that's what you got for number 13. 1 over 2 to the 4th. All right. Now, is there an easier way we could have done this? There's a way easier way we could have done this, right? 2 to the 0th power. 2 to the 0th power. Do you guys remember what that is equal to? 2 to the 0th power? Well, let me show you like this, right? What is 2 squared equal to? 4. What is 2 to the first power equal to? 2. So what is 2 to the 0th power equal to? 0 is a good guess. A lot of people would say 0. But 2 to the 0th power is 1. Right? What is 3 to the second power? 3 squared? 9. What about 3 to the first power? 3. What about 3 to the 0th power? 1. Right? Anything to the 0th power is going to be equal to 1. Give me a thumbs up if that makes sense. I know we didn't have that in our notes. That's just something we got to memorize. If I see a 0 on top, boom, I know the whole thing is 1. Right? So if I see 2 to the 0th power, what's that equal to? 1. So I could turn this 2 to the 0th into 1 over 2 to the 4th. Hey, look at that. Isn't that the exact same thing we got by doing all those different steps with the quotient rule and the negative, flipping and all that? Yeah, we got the same answer. Now, 2 to the 4th, we can do that pretty easily. What is 2 to the 4th power equal to? 16. So this is our real final answer, but I wanted to show you that by doing the quote-unquote shortcuts that we learned, it actually ends up being a longer process than if we just use our intuition and go, hey, I could simplify 2 to the 0th power. That gives me 1. Now I don't have to deal with those negative exponents at all. Right?
Yo.
Good. Any other questions on 64? Pretty straightforward, right?
Yeah.
Good. If you're all done with 64,